Hi there, Zam here for NerdTube. These are my thoughts and sort of semi-spoilers for The Devil's Hour, currently on Amazon Prime. So, what do you get if you mix Groundhog Day with Edge of Tomorrow, the movie Next with Nicolas Cage and Jessica Biel, and of course The Sixth Sense, and you throw all of that in a British setting? Yep, you get The Devil's Hour. Now, like The Sixth Sense, The Devil's Hour is a slow burn, but unlike The Sixth Sense, The Devil's Hour is a series, not a movie. And the movie The Sixth Sense was a decent film because there was a fantastic payoff at the end. Unfortunately, with this particular series, 6 hours of slow burn is not necessarily a good thing, because the first couple of hours do drag, and I was thinking to myself, what the hell have I got myself into? Because I don't really want to watch this anymore, but I started, so I'll finish, and I'm kind of glad I did because the payoff was pretty good. The main characters in this are Jessica Raine, who plays Lucy Chambers. She's a lady who keeps waking up at 3:33 every morning. There might have been a reason why she does that. I'll be honest with you, if that reason was explained, it went over my head, or maybe my eyes closed for a couple of minutes and I kind of missed that moment. Who knows? We have a couple of cops in Nikesh Patel and Alex Ferns. Lucy Chambers has a son and he goes missing, and those two cops go looking for her missing son. The son itself is a bit of a weirdo. He's autistic but not autistic. He comes across as autistic but he's not diagnosed as autistic. We kind of understand more about him later on through Peter Capaldi, who is seen as the kidnapper, but he's not really the kidnapper. He's kind of the savior, and he's a man, and here's some of the major spoilers I'm going to be coming across now, who happens to get resurrected every time he dies, and he starts his life all over again with the memories of his previous life. So any tragedies he knew in his previous life, he's able to make sure that those incidences don't happen again in his new life. And he knows about Lucy Chambers as well, and he believes Lucy Chambers has similar powers to him, because Lucy also has sort of like flashback memories of incidences that are yet to happen, but we realize it's happened in previous lives, which is why she knows about these particular things. And that really is it in a nutshell. There's some good moments in this show, I have to be honest with you. There's a fantastic fight scene between the cops and some drug dealers. I really appreciated that scene because it just came out of nowhere. I was not expecting it as well. And some of the scary jump scare elements is also pretty good in this as well. There is another family, this black family, which you thought would have a bigger part to play in this show, but really the way they were used was a disservice for having them in there, because their contribution was kind of minor. We kind of understand that, yeah, they were living in the house that Lucy used to live in, so in a way you could see through the flashbacks of future memories of previous lives, if that makes sense to you, how they intertwined and stuff like that. But yeah, overall, their involvement was not used not used good enough, in my opinion. But Phil Dunster, played by Mike Stevens, who's the ex-husband of Lucy Chambers, he's probably the closest thing we have to an antagonist in this series, because he just happens to be a very resentful father and ex-husband to Lucy, because he hates his son who's a bit weird. He thinks that his birth was the reason why he broke up with his wife, and at one point his son's in danger and he lets his son die instead of saving him, because he thinks he can get his wife back. I mean, this guy, all he thinks about is shagging his bird. He's a bit of an arsehole for a father, but yeah, that's all he thinks about. And when Lucy tries to save her son, because her father won't, her ex-husband won't, the father of her son won't, she dies in the process, and then she ends up being in the life of one of her other lives, because obviously she gets reincarnated herself, like Peter Capaldi. Now, I hope that all makes sense. I hope I haven't spoiled it too much. But yeah, that's basically how the series kind of goes. It does end with a cliffhanger as well, because Capaldi is in interrogation. He does escape his interrogators, and God knows what's going to happen to him in season 2, if we do get a season 2. And where's it going to go after that? Is he able to lift this curse that is kind of on him? Because being able to relive your life again might not necessarily be a good thing. I mean, yes, you could maybe course correct events so that they don't happen very early on, but you still are going to experience certain things that you've come across before, and it leaves it doesn't leave life a mystery anymore if you keep knowing what's going to happen every time you die and get reborn. Because if you keep correcting things, then along the way you're following a particular pattern of events that are constantly the same, and that sounds like a fucking nightmare. You know, it really does. You're having to be reborn all the time. Why would anybody want that? That sounds awful when you think about it. So is he going to try and resolve this issue and make sure that he doesn't live forever anymore, and he can just live one life and just move on into the afterlife? Who knows? And same with Lucy Chambers too, but she doesn't really remember as much as Capaldi's character does. Her memories are more hazy, but she understood a little bit about the powers that she had, but now she's in a new body. Will that person remember? Who knows? It's all very confusing. I hope I haven't confused you. But basically, that's how the show rolls. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's not bad. It started a bit slow, as I said earlier, dragged a little bit for me, but the payoffs were pretty good. And so for that reason, it gets a 7. But let me know what you think of this particular series. Did you like it as much as I did, or did you hate it and wish you never saw it? Don't forget to leave a comment regarding it. And also don't forget to like, share, subscribe to NerdTube, the greatest YouTube channel you never heard of. Take care. Bye-bye.